Welcome back to Daytime Auto. I mentioned off the top how much of a football fan I am. I know people are going to say, Derek, this is Canada. We're all about hockey. No, we have so much history when it comes to the game of football, and it's always been my favorite sport, and that's why I'm so excited to talk to my next guest. Jori Ritchie is from the Ottawa Women's Football League, co-owner, as a matter of fact. Jori,
co-founder,
welcome.
Yeah.
Co-founder, co-owner, yeah. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's talk about, I told you, I fell in love with football because my dad loved the sport and we used to play together. When did you fall in love with the game?
I was a basketball player growing up. I played in university as well, and then after university someone took me out and introduced me to the sport, and I just fell in love with it. It was something that I didn't know, and I was chasing that, that excitement of being a kid, of learning a new sport and trying things for the first time and trying to develop as I go, and it was thrilling, so I just stayed with it. Yeah.
Tell me about Ottawa women's football and how you and your partner ended up creating this league.
Yeah, so there's non-contact football. Well, there's contact and non-contact. So the non-contact side, there's an push for flag the last few years just because they're wanting to see it in the Olympics in 2028, right? So there is nothing here in Ottawa for women. There's a transition from the youth side, but there's nothing for women. So we just thought, hey, might as well try this, offer it, and see if it's popular, and we did, and it's been our second year now, and we have, I think, 11 teams in our women's league.
Excellent. So response has been great.
Yeah, it's been really good.
To say.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the rules. So you mentioned flag football, right? For those that aren't familiar, obviously, there's tackle football, there's touch football, and then there's flag football.
Yeah.
The idea is, right, that you're wearing basically a belt, right, with these flags.
Yeah. So these are sonic pop flags. So they actually make a sound when you pull them. Yeah. You can pull it if you want.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, so you can hear it on the field.
Oh,
and
that's
there's also like a triple threat belt, so there's 3 flags that are tied to the belt, so the whole belt comes off, and then there's also Velcro flags. But these are the common flags when you go to tournaments or international events, right? So that's why we chose them for our league.
So it's 5-on-5, right?
5-on-5. It's a 70-yard field, so to put that in perspective, it's you can fit 4 of them in a CFL field.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's tiny, so it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still play.
Why are you saying that to me, Jori?
I'm not.
No, I was joking with you before that am I too old to play? And you're like, no, of course you're not. You've got some programs that you offer. Let's start off with the adult leagues.
Yeah, so we run adult leagues, 18 plus for women, and then we run a mixed one as well, so it's co-ed.
Oh, okay.
And then we have our youth NFL flag league. It's right now we age 4 to 14. That's what we're offering.
Okay.
Our event is next weekend, and then we have a tournament here hosted by NFL Flag in July. Just trying to remember the dates there. There's so much happening. And then we have our Hawks program as well, which is a new competitive program here in Ottawa, where our female athletes get to go and compete at different tournaments throughout Canada and throughout the US.
And you just returned from a tournament, right?
Yes.
The provincials.
Yeah, so we attended provincials. We had 4 teams there, a senior team, 2 U16s, and 1 U18. And one of our U16s came home with the gold.
Nice.
And our U18 team came home with silver, so it's pretty exciting. Yeah.
You see a lot of potential for this too, Jori. I mean, you mentioned the Olympics, but that's the pinnacle, right?
Yeah.
But what other potential do you see in this?
Well, there's a WIFA here in Ontario, which is the association that runs throughout the colleges and universities, where you can compete at the collegiate or university level.
Okay.
But you can also get scholarships in the States right now too to go and compete. I think there's approximately 20 colleges or colleges in the States, but it's through NAIA. But they're looking to make it an NCAA sport in 2025. So hopefully lots of opportunity for females for scholarships there.
And, the NFL obviously sees something special here too. I mean, to be branded within the NFL, I mean, that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, and with them hopefully supporting the push for it to be in the Olympics too in 2028. So hopefully it happens.
You've got 3 exciting events that you're co-hosting. You touched on them, but let's just go through some of those. You've got a college and high school showcase. Tell me about that.
So any female athlete between the age of 14 and 18, they can come and showcase their talent at this event on July 14th, I believe. It's the Friday night, and everything's going to be videotaped.
Okay.
And from there, all the the college coaches are going to have links to this, so they can watch, and they hopefully get some recruits here from
they'll be scouting you.
Yeah, they're totally scouting.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You've got the Youth NFL Flag Regional as well.
Yeah, that's happening on July 15th. So that is a U14 age group here in Ontario, or a U12U in the States. So that's happening on the Saturday, and then we also have a women's and mixed open event too for the NFL Flag Tournament as well happening that day. It's at Algonquin College.
Are you year-round now, Jori?
Yeah, so we do have our women's program is offered throughout the summer with our mixed leagues and our youth programs as well, but we're offering our women's program throughout the winter as well. So yeah, we do have dome time.
Registration online, is that the best place to find out information?
Everything's online, so social media is probably the best way to get updates with everything. It seems to be the new trend these days.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no more email marketing, but social media is a good place to get it too.
Excellent. Well, here, catch.
Thanks.
Jori, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming. And you do have a mixed league, so I might get in touch with you, see if this old fart can play football. 3 NFL flag events happening July 14th and 15th. That's at the Algonquin College Turf Field. You can find out more information at ottawawomensfootball.ca. We'll be right back after this.